Sounds of the Kool London. The tune in the background signifies we're about to commence. Tonight, special guest, long-time soldier in the game. Sounds of the Benny V. Out to the original dance conceptors. Tonight, we're talking about Generation Hyper. Oh 07943-813-011. Twitter crew at Kool London, one word, at DJ Chef, alternatively at Benny VDC. That's right. So everybody getting involved on the Twitter right now. Out to my stateside crew locked in. Picking up the DJ Clarky. Nice to see you in the shout box, bruv. Eastman says, hello Clarky, long time. Out to all the Chelsea gang, yeah? Loads of booze going on in the studio, Clarks. Right, as we touch this down, Mr. Benny V, are you there?
1, 2, yeah, I think so. Just about, I'm here.
Right, let's get this down in the background. Let's get this down. Welcome.
Chef, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us down this evening.
Yes, mate.
It's
been a while.
Bruv, I was thinking about this earlier on.
I think it was the record box.
Do you know what? I was going to say that. I think
record box.
Record box cancel.
Big enough Fusion and
Outside Fusion. Outside Doug's, the rest of the record box crew.
Yeah, man. When record shops were record shops, eh?
Do you know what? I miss those times. I live that manner. And so I go past record box all the time.
Yeah,
and,
it's no longer the record box.
No, it's no longer. The graph's gone down. You know what I'm talking about. The graph's gone. The only redeeming feature of that area is cakes and shakes, man.
Well, if you like a bit of cake and a bit of shake, then that's the spot. Yeah.
Cakes and shakes. Shady knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's always in there.
Oh, he tweets it all the time. He tweets me. Guess where I am, Benny?
He needs a percentage.
Yeah, I know.
But we're here not to catch up because we can do that anytime.
True.
But we're here to discuss Stevie Hyper D and the Generation Hyper album. And you know what? No better person who's been involved with the whole team than you to come up today and talk about what the album's about, why the album's come around after so long, and you know how it all came. So kind of just let's go back to kind of Generation Hyper. You're the best man to talk about it.
Okay, well, basically I'll go back even further than Generation Hyper, in fact. About 10 years ago, we released an album called The Legends on Dance Concept. And then what happened was, a couple of years ago, something like that, Stevie's nephew, Daryl, had got in contact. He said he had a foundation he was going to set up called Generation Hyper.
And it was like a foundation for the family and everything, yeah?
It was a mixture of things. It's a foundation for the family. And I think they're going to set up a little thing over there in southwest London, involved in music and stuff like that, getting kids off the street. You know,
positive.
Loads of positive vibes from the Generation Hyper. Now, he came to me and he said, I've got some lyrics that haven't been used yet.
Big up Daryl, by the way, man.
Yeah, big up Daryl, big up the Austin family. He said, I've got some lyrics that haven't been used yet. And for a while, there's a few people that have said, come on, you should do another album. But the thing is, I don't want to overkill things. You know, like if there's certain tracks that get remixed too many times.
Yeah, that's right.
It's overkill. Yeah, I didn't want to overkill. So the deciding factor really was...
So what label did the first album come out on?
Came out on Dance Concept.
Oh, it did? It came out on...
Yeah, The Legend. The Legend came out on Dance Concept in 2000.
You know, I remember it now.
Yeah, there was tracks from Kenny Ken, Aphrodite, Child Support.
I remember it now.
It was a decent album. It was an 8-track album, though.
Yeah.
Whereas this one's a massive 24-track album.
Yeah.
So when Daryl said, you know, I've got some lyrics that haven't been used... That changed the whole landscape for me, because I thought, well, if there's
some
stuff
freshness.
Exactly. I don't want to keep using the same lyrics.
Yeah.
I might do this. And I spoke to a few people. I spoke to Jason from Different Levels.
Yes.
Which that's Stevie's original producer.
True, yeah, man.
Yeah. And I spoke to Nicky Blackmarket, obviously. And they both said, yeah, listen, if
Crack
Daryl's
on,
cool with
yeah.
that, and let's do it. Let's get another album out there.
Perfect.
And
that's how it's kind of come into fruition. And like I've been fortunate enough to have the album for a while now, and there's a couple of killer cuts like this one in the background right now, the Ray Keith remix. And you know what? Love this one, man. Does the job. Dub played spectacular.
Got big up Ray Keith for this track. Do you know what? Ray was one of those people that contributed quite late into the album. It was one of those where I thought the album was finished.
Yeah.
And then Ray come knocking on my door and he said, Benny, I want to get involved. And you can't turn around and say no to Ray Keith.
Exactly. I mean,
can't do that.
So how did kind of the artist selection come about? Was it kind of like who was around Stevie, or was it kind of people that Nicky or yourselves kind of said, you know what, these guys will be perfect, they're hot right now, they're doing something, or people that just generally had a love for Stevie? I mean, I was one of those guys who used to just stand in the crowd and people, are you ready? Everybody, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
It was a complete mix of everything you just said. Basically, we had we had a mix of the people that was around with Stevie, people like Ray. We got Nicky Blackmarket back in the studio and involved for this one as well. And we got Say Clip and Outlaw. Now they're on Fat Man's.
That's right.
Label.
They're part of the biological team.
Yeah, that's right. So it made sense. I said to Nicky, do you know anyone, and Fat Man, do you know anyone who want to get involved? Anyone from the new school? And they suggested Clip and Outlaw. So I got them involved. So as the title of the album suggests, Generation Hyper. That's exactly how the album progressed with the producers. Because you've got the original generation that was around when Stevie was around, and then you've got the new producers that are around today. Maybe some people that are giving back and contributing that wasn't around first time. So, big up everyone, like, the DJ Fantasies of the world, the Ray Keiths of the world, the Nicky Blackmarkets of the world. Big up all you guys. Big up all the new school as well that have been involved this time around, like Jaydan and Clip and Outlaw I mentioned, Sly. There's too many people to mention, otherwise it'd be disrespecting, but to just name a few.
I mean, do you have a favourite? I mean, I know it's biased, I know it's a hard one. Because, I mean, for me, it's like, the Saxon one and this one are my two personal favourites of the album, simply because they just use the vocals subtly, and the beats do the rest. I mean, that is the beauty of the album, because you've got bits of everything. You've got tracks that are very, very very heavily vocal laden. You've got tracks, as you said, like this one and the Saxon the Savage Rehab one, which are a lot more subtle and a lot more intelligent with their use. The use,
yeah. Now it's funny you mentioned the Savage Rehab one. I was asked quite recently in another interview to name my favourite three. And my favourite three, they change all the time. But that one did actually get in my top three at that point. Yeah. So I've got big up Savage Rehab on their track.
Yes, big up the lads. Yeah. Like, listen to this in the background.
Watch me now. Target Hyper in the place.
That just takes me back.
Mate, I tell you what,
that takes me back. Let me just rewind that one.
Pull that one back. I want to tell you about that in a second.
Listen. Yes, I say, Junglist, are you ready? Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes, Ray Keith from the T.O.P. Watch me now. Target Hyper in the place.
Yeah, man, and we all know what that was.
Mate, that's vibes. Trust me, there's vibes on that. Yeah, we know what that was. That's vibes. And you know what? I love that Ray did that. And Ray wasn't the only one. Serial Killaz did it as well.
Yes.
Where
sampled some tape
some
pack.
People went in deep. And I love that.
It took time out to actually go and find some little clips of sound tapes and stuff like that to kind of, because we all know a lot of people cite Stevie as one of the first kind of MCs to bring that style. There were a lot of MCs doing that thing, but he was the kind of one to really coin it at that time. I mean, I was a big Desire raver, and that Stevie Hyper and Desire go without. That's just like, cheese and bread. That works.
Of course.
And then obviously Morris worked the combination with MCMC and that kind of whole thing. And, I mean, obviously being around the team and the Generation Hyper thing, this is where we're aiming for. So, as you said, it's to keep the prosperity and longevity of what Stevie's whole kind of ethos was about.
Look at it this way, right? There's ravers that are out today. If you're 18 years old, you was 2 years old when Stevie passed.
Yeah.
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 Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I remember the night. I remember the night. It kind of happened, and waking up the next morning and listening to the announcement on the radio, and kind of going, "Wow, I just saw him in the club." Like,
what do you see him? Innovation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Right. You know how things like this always have certain stories and things that you remember about it.
Yeah.
I was DJing that night, but I finished at about 3 o'clock, and I went with my boy Ross. And we went to Camden Palace, and we were on the guest list, and they wouldn't let us in.
Okay.
They wouldn't let us in. Right. And we kicked up not a massive stink, but a little bit of a stink. Right. Come on, let us in. Blah blah blah. No, guess this is shut. Guess this is shut. So we went Labyrinth.
Right.
When I found out in the morning what had happened.
Yeah.
You know when you sort of like, you're horrified on so many levels, and then when you think about it afterwards, that security robbed me from seeing Stevie for the last time.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
No, I understand.
And everyone has stories like that.
Yeah,
everyone has stories.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the tragedy of what happened, you know,
yeah,
the gulf of that is like far bigger than, you know, what happened to me that night.
Yeah,
but you know, everyone has a personal thing about it.
Yeah, definitely. I remember, as I said, seeing him in the club the night before, and then someone saying it to me kind of through the grapevine in the morning, and me going, "Nah, what are you talking about? I see him last night," you know. But as I said,
same thing. Someone rang me, and I said, "No, it weren't Stevie. It was Rough." Because you remember
right,
MC Rough died the
yeah.
week or 2 weeks before that. So
Yeah.
someone called me and they said Stevie Hyper D died last night.
Like, no.
I said that was Rough. That was the first thing I said.
Right.
And they went,
I think it kind of sunk in when the announcement was officially made on Kool.
That's what they said.
Morning.
They said, "I'm listening to Kool now,"
and
it's Stevie.
Yeah.
It's Stevie. It's not Rough.
So how many tracks on the album? 24 tracks on the album.
24 tracks on the album. Yeah.
And how long has that kind of taken to kind of happen?
Oh wow!
I see you shaking your head, holding your head in your hands right now.
Oh wow!
So how long has this been in the planning? How long has this kind of taken to become fruition?
We're looking closer to 2 years. Closer. This has been like easily the biggest project I've ever undertaken. Yeah. Chef, I'm telling you. Yeah. I've annoyed
You're
so
laughing
many people,
at it,
right? Because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
I've annoyed so many people that are close to me because, like, I haven't given them the time that they deserve because I'm working on this album. Because this album deserves my time.
It does.
Do you see what I mean?
It does.
And it's one of those things you can't do it by half.
No.
You cannot.
It's a full team.
You know what I'm talking about, Chef.
You know I'm involved in a similar sort of project with MC Fats.
You know exactly what I'm
Exactly.
So it's a responsibility as well. It's not just a question of like, you know, oh, okay, that's a little project. I don't mind a little bit of management over. No, you have to do it, and you have to do it right.
So you know what? Let's hold it there for a minute.
Cool.
Let's get this playing. Let's get you on the decks. Let's play a couple of tunes, and let's come back and talk more.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
I'll step up.
This one. No surrender.
No surrender. Savage Rehab.
Check this.
To destroy as I enter, no retreat, no surrender. Danger, I got the bad boy lingua. As I enter, no retreat, no surrender. Danger, I got the bad boy lingua. As I enter, no retreat, no surrender. Danger, I got the bad boy lingua. As I enter, no retreat, no surrender. Danger, I got the bad boy lingua. No retreat, no surrender. As I enter, danger. Enter, no retreat, no surrender. Danger, I got the bad boy lingua. As I enter, no retreat, no surrender. Danger, I got the bad boy lingua. Move your body plenty. Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here we go. Representing jungle like a pro. Move your body plenty. Some of that. In your body, they say, I'm not here to wake up when ready. I'm made right for the right no quality. But I want with a swim and a swim, but I want to move your body. I make you jump up and down, move on the wrong way, no energy. Get in the way, I got the special remedy. And that's the piece when it's burning the face up with me and see. A piece of love and unity to everybody. I'm gonna move your body, play to river. You and me and you. We have to book a smile and go by the school. This one dedicated to a massive and crew. We have to get live, like in a venue. I'm gonna get out to your seat. Listen to the words that I speak. This one nice and this one sweet. I'm gonna make you move your feet. Don't forget massage unique. Get someone told me smart. To the deep, to the down, to the down, to the deep. I'm MC the cup in the streets. Young generation, I make a speech. All the man can grab this speech. All the people we come for reach. Yes, it's time to turn up the heat. When back way. These ones gonna make you think when it comes to lyrics, man, we're holy. Do not have a evil street. That's one thing the devil can keep. Why the Oriental and geek? Asian is that even seats. European, you into a key. With my shoulders, people take it. Bleed to the wall like a creep. Bleed to the wall like a snake. Do the root, do the peak. Keep it strong, never be weak. No surrender, no retreat. Not something like an absolute beat. When we put it up, we come. When move your body, plenty. Some of that, in your body, LA, Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here I go. Representing jungle like a pro. LA, Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here I go. Representing jungle like a pro. LA, Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here I go. Representing jungle like a pro. LA, Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here I go. Representing jungle like a pro. LA, Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here I go. Representing jungle like a pro. LA, Chicago, Australia, and Tokyo. All over the globe, here I go. Representing jungle like a pro. Dance man from London, me name Stevie Hyper, the lyrical bankan. Say anyway me go, me be the people them function. The 5 years.
Send this one out to the Triptonite.
My lucky number is number 7. Me not like number 6 because it remind me of devil. I'll go people.
Old type, R-type, best of British crew.
No, I mean no worship, no evil. Big up on the people, they on a level. This how when you jump up. This how
Big up the Rumble, I see you there, mate. Old type the chef, cheers for having us up. Cool with a K, Benny V representing the dance concept crew. And we're having a little bit of a Stevie Hyper D takeover. Also send this one out to Jason Air, aka Dfrnt Levels. Big shout goes out to Chef once again, out to all Kool Management. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity, letting us play some tracks and talk about the great man, the Stevie Hyper D.
Music entertainment with lyrical intelligence. I got the flavor to keep on moving permanent. Don't want no idiot. Swelling our enjoyment. Start living off gas up. Dealing with the runners. We don't want no dispute. We don't want no argument. We don't want the kind of vibe. Inside the resident. The warriors said there's no problem. Just say come in. The warriors said there's no problem. Just say come in. Because follow me. Call me a pipe. Have a imagination. Now when you listen to ya, me get me lyrics from the hotel supplier. If you don't know me at all, but you don't have no culture. Yes, we are rock them from coast to coast. Mind what you do, the rock me bout. Now go send me brother from the motor call the coat. Can't get the rock muffin word from me mouth. Cause I don't want to fussing and no fighting around it. We don't want it. Oh no. Don't want to fussing and no fighting around it. We don't need it. Oh no. Let go see you, Mr. Big Man. Let go see you, Mr. Small Man. Only peace and love. What we want, that's what we want. from London. Me name Stevie Hyper, the lyrical bantan. So you know when me go, me with the people in function. The 5 years down, me a play down session. My lucky number is number 7. Me not like number 6 because it remind me of devil. I go big for them, I say go to heaven. One if I know it's no worship, it's not evil. Big up on the beat, they up on the level. This how when you jump up, this how when you bubble. When you blow your horn and now when you blow your whistle. Move to the bass and me say move to the treble. To me now come Wanna see you bubbling, wanna see you flexing today.
So this one in the background, Benny. What's this one?
This one's Heist.
Nice.
I love this one.
Nice.
When I got Heist involved, I sent him some lyrics. I'll be honest, I was expecting a jump up track.
You just rolled it out.
Yeah, bro, he sent me this.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this isn't quite what I thought. And then, you know, when you start listening, and the longer the track goes on, you're like, wow. And this one has probably had the most support out of any of the tracks.
Is it up on the SoundCloud for people to actually go and peep?
Yes. Check out the SoundCloud. It's soundcloud.com/dance concepts. All the tracks, all 24 tracks are on there.
So release date, I know it was originally penned in for like the 3rd of March, and obviously, you know, things get moved around. It's now the
31st of March now.
31st of March, and that's going to be through all digital stores?
Bruv, that is all digital stores. That is going to be a...
is there an actual physical...
There is. There's going to be a 2-piece, 4-track limited edition EP.
Wicked.
And...
Vinyl,
bruv.
Wow.
Listen, people...
I've been requesting it.
People have been requesting it, exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So, you know, it's only going to be a limited edition press, so people...
You got to get it in.
Get that one.
So
it's gone.
If they buy the vinyl, do they get like any bonuses with it, or is it just...
How do you...
Come on.
Chef, man.
Come on, man.
How do you do this?
You know these things.
It's almost like, you know, you're setting it up for me to knock it down, but we haven't discussed this. How do you do this?
Come on, man. I'm in the same game.
All right. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, this is exclusive because we only organised this, I think, yesterday. So
wow.
This is hot off the press. This is only exclusive one, right? If you do buy the 4-track vinyl EP, you get a free CD with 8 tracks, 8 master tracks, an official CD as well.
Fantastic, man.
So you get 4 tracks on the vinyl, and then you get 8 tracks from the CD as well.
Is there an official Stevie shop, or are you kind of doing it through Dance Concept, or is it just generally on release? Can you go Blackmarket? What's going to be the deal?
Bruv, you can get it anywhere you want, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be on iTunes. It's going
to be all the digital stores.
All the top digital stores, and then the physical pieces, you're going to be able to get from all the big stores, all of the...
wherever they stock it,
well.
independents.
Basically wherever stocks good music.
So once it's gone, right?
Once it's gone, it's gone.
This is a limited run.
This is a limited run, and that's it. Once it's done. And another
it's for
thing...
the fans, man. It's for the fans.
And another thing, I just got to reiterate this, yeah? all the people that did tracks for this album
wavered their right.
That's it. You know what I'm talking about already. No
Yes.
one took a fee for this. Nobody. Everyone did it in their own time, for their own money, and like, you know. And at the end of the day, these people, yeah, this is, you know, when they make tracks, that's how they pay their bills.
That's right. I mean, everybody that I looked at on that list is a full-time producer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This one here, this is Jaydan we got in the background as well.
Yeah, I like this one as well.
Another nice little roller piece, really. And yeah, like, listen, I hadn't really dealt with Jaydan too often before this. But when I spoke to him, he was all over it. He's like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, we are Generation Hyper.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that, you know, when we first started going out to parties, I mean, I'm a little bit older, I ain't going to give you my age, but, you know, I was there pre-Stevie and then during the kind of up, you know, the rise of Stevie Hyper D.
Yep.
And you know, there wouldn't be a rave that me and my crew that we went out with wouldn't not sing even if he weren't on the stage, we'll be singing them lyrics anyway.
Bruv, you know that, right? When he first come through, and I don't want to insult people's memories that were, say, of the age that remember, but maybe there's some listeners that, you know, weren't around in those
There's
days.
a lot of listeners that are, you know, just new to drum and bass in the last 5 years that have no idea who Stevie Hyper D was, and, you know, you can explain.
Yeah, well, you know what, Chris said it as well. He said that, you know, there's, because he gets so much love even to this day, and MCs shouting in the rave still, that people go online and they do a bit of research and they find out all about Stevie. But as I said, for those that were around when Stevie was, he come through, I remember, with MCMC and Morris, who we mentioned
He was a
earlier on.
larger-than-life character as well. So he was not just like a small guy. He was front and centre and would take stage.
Taking stage, you know. Like
showing you how to take a stage.
The light is shining on him. His versatility. I used to love the way he would switch up from like a hip-hop flow to a ragga flow. Then he starts singing.
Well, I think because of, you know, we're similar ages kind of thing. And
well, I don't know, man. I've only just turned 19.
Don't try it. But what is, like, we grew up with the ragga. We grew up with the hip-hop. We grew up with all of those flavours.
Yeah.
So for someone to come out, you know, at that... And if we can go back just before Stevie, a lot of the MCs were, you know, either kind of very, very much kind of sound system dancehall, you know, very much cool, as I said, like the Kool crew, the very beginning of the Kool crew, and then the MCs that were just hosters.
Yeah.
You know?
Hosters or party people,
Yeah,
make some noise.
Yeah, exactly.
Those
You
kind
know,
of MCs
we're going back
as
to the
well.
Chalky White days, you know, and so I was always like, why is nobody rapping?
Yeah.
You know, it was in my head like I used to be at a rave and go, they need someone who can rap over this stuff.
And then suddenly this guy comes along and invents double time. He invents it. Right, this is what I'm saying. Like, the thing that's so, you know, the norm today. Yeah.
The norm today. The shotters, the skibbities,
and then
everybody.
Stevie come on and invented it. And I remember, right, and one of my best friends, and he's half Asian. He's from Barbados, right? And I played him a Stevie tape, when Stevie first come through. And he's going, oh my, I'm
the thing is,
I'm from the Caribbean. And
yeah,
I'm like, wow.
well, that's the thing. Stevie, you know, I'll put my hands up and I'll say he was influenced by the sound system double timing and brought it to this new genre. Like he invented it in our genre, but obviously it did exist in a kind of dancehall fashion already. Do you know what I mean? It was already there was certain MCs from the dancehall that were already double timing, but we weren't seeing them.
No,
you know,
he brought it over to drum and bass, and at the end of the day, you know, I remember I've been there watching London Tonight. I'm sitting at home, eating my dinner 10 years ago, watching London Tonight. So Solid Crew have been interviewed, you know,
and who do they think?
And then they say, who's your influence?
I mean, I was going.
I can't believe it. So Solid Crew turning around and going,
I mean,
even our influence, Stevie Hyper D, mate.
Even Jammer from BBK. I saw the retweet.
Yeah.
You know, and he knows, you know, and Jammer, or the Boy Better Know crew, for those that know, he even cites them lot because, you know, they're early junglists. But what we got for them next? What's spinning next?
I'm gonna line up Jayline track. This one, Brocky's been supporting really well as well. So big up Brocky, big up the rest of the Kool crew.
Out to Audio Bully, out to Jayline.
Yeah, out to Jayline on this one.
So let's play this one and then come back for a little more.
Let's do that.
All right, let's do that. Nice one.
This, Jayline, this one is too much. Yeah, too much.
Too much, too little, too late. Those freak things we really do hate. Wanna live a life great to a right page. Different levels, they on a rampage. Yo, too much, too little, too late. Those freak things we really do hate. Wanna live a life great to a right page. Different levels, they on a rampage. Yo, so at the weekend it's a time to get paid. And when I get drunk, I get renegade. I'm talking loud with my friends, I bet how many girls get laid. Cause life's a bitch and then you die anyway. I got no things to say, hold the mic in the blaze. In all different levels and ways with no techniques and catchphrase. This is a public announcement. Too much, too little, too late. Those three things we really do hate. Wanna live a life, wait to a right page. Different levels, they want a rampage, yo. Too much, too little, too late. Those three things we really do hate. Wanna live a life, wait to a right page. Different levels, they want a rampage, yo.
If you just tuned in, welcome. Sounds of the Generation Hyper takeover tonight. Benny V just spinning some tracks right now from the forthcoming Generation Hyper album. Phone line gang 07943 813 011. Twitter crew at Kool London. So everybody getting involved in the shout box tonight. Out to the Daggers, out to the Bonsai Magic, out to the Smiley, out to the Slady Hastings, out to Little L, out to Mickey Dubs, all the Australia crew, out to the Terrorize, the Raver, out to Aether Anonymous. And right now, remember, this album, all proceeds from this album goes to Generation Hyper, the foundation.
All proceeds to the Generation Hyper Foundation. Pick up the Austin family. As I said, that last one was from Jayline. This one from Triptonite goes by the name of New Generation.
Out to the Triptonite, easy, mate.
Big shout to the Ilmatica. I see you there, mate. Hope you're good.
Out to the Sick Boy.
This one's going out to each and everybody in the place. Bigging up the chest and screwing up the face. So listen to the hip hop, jungle, drum and bass. And if you wanna get hyper, come take a taste. Time is going quick and there's no time to waste. Certain rappers come at the rave just to misbehave, abusing drugs, pulling out guns and blades. And there's no way to play. Got to represent the intelligent way. You see your enemy, you do it in another day. Stop using the weak as easy prey. You're gonna get your karma when you're old and gray. So listen what I say, if you want this music to stay. So peace, love, and new in ITY. That's when you can say, drum and bass, strong, raw, and never die. To all the girls and guys who like to drink and get high. They're not the best deal that money can buy.
And do remember, this album's out 31st of March. Limited vinyl. CD, digital.
Let me just give you a couple of Twitter things as well. Ensure you start following. Let's get some more information. For the tracks and the album, follow at Dance Concepts. And there's a new Twitter set up by the foundation, Generation Hyper HQ. And that Twitter is at SHD_HQ.
And what's the main Stevie one? Because there's a couple, I noticed there's a couple of Stevie Hyper D Twitters, but what's the official kind of one? Is it the Stevie underscore?
You got it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Stevie at Stevie_Hyper_D. The other one, the at Stevie Hyper D, I mean, plenty of
it
love
works
showing
as well.
There. Yeah,
yep.
plenty of love showing there. But I'll be honest with you, I don't actually know who runs that.
Right. It's a rogue element.
It's a fan.
Yeah. Love that though. Love that.
Listen, you can't knock that. You can't knock a fan. Yeah, that's that one anyway.
But for them to go on the SoundCloud and kind of peep the whole album and kind of find out what it is, it's on the Dance Concept SoundCloud, right?
It's on the Dance Concept, yeah. SoundCloud.com/Dance Concept. You got it, yeah.
Cool. What's this one now?
Rhythm Beater. This is a Rhythm Beater track by the name of Hold On. And this one's getting a lot of support and a lot of love as well. I know Nicky Blackmarket plays this one. They all do it, and that's the beauty of it, right? That's the
support.
beauty of it. There's so many of the tracks are getting such good support, Chef. And I'll tell you what else as well is, I might have personal favourites, and when I send out the tracks to people,
different favourites come back.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. When I say to people, give me your, let me know which ones you like and which ones you're going to support, and someone might come back and say one track. And then someone else comes back and says a completely different tune. And sometimes with the artists that you may be asking, are you shocked at sometimes are the ones they do go for? Yeah, sometimes I'll tell you, because like that Heist one that we played earlier on, Wanna See You Bubblin', and like that's just gone multi-genre. It doesn't matter. Friction, Hype, Chrissy Chris.
So it's been getting support on the other networks as well, then.
Other networks as well. That one's been support everywhere.
Excellent.
The one we haven't played yet, we're definitely going to play.
Yeah, we're going to play it before the end of the show. Yeah,
the Serial Killers one.
Yes, let's do that.
Because in the rave, that one
goes off, yeah?
That one goes off in the rave. In the dance.
So is there a plan for, because obviously if we go back and we did the Pure Science event with Jungle Fever.
That's right.
And we had the Stevie Hyper D at Coronet.
And we had the Stevie Hyper D at Coronet.
And we had the hologram.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had the hologram at Coronet. And you know what? A lot of people still talk about that. Big up Jungle Gym. Big up all the Pure Science crew for making that one happen.
And then only a couple of weeks after that was
another event.
Party.
Yeah.
It was the party that
was at Coliseum.
Yeah, Coliseum.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Absolute roadblock as well. I know the Coronet one was a roadblock,
yeah.
and the actual Stevie Hyper D tribute night at Coliseum, that was an absolute roadblock.
So is there something kind of planned for this, or is it kind of, as you said, you don't want to kind of overkill?
Yeah.
You just want to let it do what it does.
Chef, I'll be totally honest with you. We were thinking about it, but we spoke to
the album's going to do enough.
Yeah, we spoke to Stevie's family, and they said they didn't really want any more parties put on. For those reasons.
Yeah.
And when we respected that. So,
totally.
There is a dance concert party on the 20th of April at Area. And that's going to be a big night anyway, so check out the flyers on the street. The flyers are on the street for that now anyway, so that's the bank holiday Easter Sunday. So there is a dance concept party coming up, but as for an official Stevie Hyper D thing, I think maybe the family might do something. I'm not sure, but if they do, I'm sure you'll find out.
Yeah, and as I said, with all the tracks that we're playing at the moment, people are already in the shout box talking about it. There's a lot of love coming back. A lot of people are discussing the fact that his lyrics were always preaching about to love and spread unity, no matter what colour you were. You know what I mean? And I think that was very kind of reminiscent of the jungle era that we were in
Peace,
at that
love
time.
And unity, as
that's right,
as you
that's
know.
Right, of course.
Big up the singing Fats.
Add to the Fats, yes.
And that's the thing. That was that era. If you listen to Stevie's lyrics, there's a lot of humour in his lyrics as well. Do you know that? A lot of I know there's a lot of MCs that have humour in their lyrics today, but I find that he had humour in a sort of light way.
I mean, I'll be straight with you. There's a lot of MCs that weren't particularly a fan of him. There's a lot of MCs that say, he wasn't really my cup of tea. But again, to a certain generation, it was just right. It was a perfect. Obviously, growing up listening to Kool and listening to Nicky and Stevie doing their shows on here was legendary.
Well, Chef, what you've touched upon there is really true, and there's DJs of legendary status that have openly said to me,
weren't into him.
Wanted
to turn down the mic, yeah?
Basically, yeah. I'm talking,
big guns.
Big names.
You know,
that turned around and said, not into him. But you know what? When it comes to the Stevie party and whatever else,
and the tributes and everything,
calm down. Played, showed support, showed love. So do you know what?
There you go.
That's the effect. That is the effect that Stevie had.
What's this one we're going into right now?
This one is from Aries and Pappa G.
Wicked. Let this one play, and then we'll stick on Serial Killers.
Yeah, the Serial Killers.
Yeah, lovely. On the other side.
Wicked. This one actually wicked jungle track. As I said, this is Bubblin Wild from the Aries and a Pappa G.
Out to the Pappa.
Bubbling wild, music made to make you smile. Drum and bass, first and top, bite, suck, crocodile. Listen to the intelligent star, the sound of now. Keep your way like an owl, need to show you how. Smack, walla, bang, pow. I'm gonna make it wipe around. Don't give a less silicon, unknown silicon. How you motherfuckers like me now? Rock, rock and roll, that's for sure. No, you want more. Won't make you snore, you know the score. You know the dance floor. Front, back, right, left. Think of it, take it, chest. Hyper, right now in the flesh. Not to the people, not to the guests. Man in the trousers, girl in the dress. There's that pop up with a full flex. I'll come to pressure, not distress. No professional, the rest. Not so wet, I'm gonna make your body sweat. What do you expect when I've been around the set? Don't want to vet, I've got the intellect, dedication, and accessory. So on juggling, peace, this block respect. Pick up, your chest. Bubbling, wow. Music make to make you smile. Drum and bass, first and top, bite, suck, crocodile. Listen to the intelligent star, the sound of now. Keep your way like an owl, need to show you how. Smack, walla, bang, pow. I'm gonna make you wipe your brow. Don't give it a silicon, unknown silicon. How you motherfuckers like me now? Rock and roll, that's for sure. No, you want more. Won't make you snore, you know the score. Get on the dance floor. Front, back, right, left. Don't sit for the check, don't sit for the stool. Get up and rock, get up and move. Don't come and rip with the body they do. Just one night, just one crew. Put on the knife, put on the tool. Peace and love to the golden rule. Many move. I may see that come from more school. Living some rock like you got a mule. Don't bother try and take me for fool. Just have fun so you know me cool. Come and chill like a chucking jewel. It's one cold just like an ice cream. Don't be cheap, don't be rude. Don't be swaggle, don't be cruel. I'm gonna get you in the groove. Not too slack or not too cool. When it comes to my perform, no huge. See up, just like for food. See up, just like for food. What make a move, make by the move. Don't get up and minimize and improve. Yeah, put you in a good mood. What make a move, make by the move. Love the rave when it's money smooth. Like a sport car on the road at a cruise. Hold the mic, got nothing to prove. So smoke the ganja and drink the booze. Do what you want to, do what you choose. To get by the phone, don't refuse.
Yes, Benny.
I love this track. I dropped this one at Sundance, and it didn't tear off the roof, it tore off the tent.
Yeah, there you go, man. It's got vibes in it.
Yeah,
electrifying.
Wicked track. A big up Aries and Pappa G again. For
yes, got a big up Cool's very own Pappa G on this one, man.
Yeah, but see, the other thing that you got me thinking about, we mentioned, Stevie coming through with MC, and just keeping it real and stuff. But when Stevie was around, that I remember personally, I'd check. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah.
The people that loved the sort of like double time MCs.
Yeah.
It was kind of split. You know the way it's split. You either love Real Madrid or you love Barcelona.
Marmite.
Right? It was Skibber. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember this? It was Skibber or Stevie. Right?
Yeah,
It was, and it was quite narrow.
But that was a very young Skipper at the time.
A very young Skipper. And do you know what? And I love Skipper because he's such a humble guy that at the Stevie Hyper D tribute was talking about earlier at Coliseum, and he said to me, "Can you introduce me again to Stevie's family? I've met him before, but can you introduce me again?" And I took him over. They were all sitting down in the VIP bit, and I said, like, everyone, this is Skipper, and he was the only person that rivaled Stevie when he was alive. And Skipper turned around and, "Are you mad?" He said, "I didn't rival Stevie. Are you mad?"
But I think that was more of a public kind of consensus.
Yeah,
it was a public thing rather than a personal thing.
I know for a fact because I remember, like, you know, I know people look back and, you know, now everyone said that Stevie was the best.
It's
for
influences.
me personally, Stevie was the best, right? For me personally, but I had friends that turned around and said, "Oh, it's close though. Maybe I like Skipper a little bit more, maybe." But majority of people, it was a close thing, but I think a majority of people were leaning on Stevie.
See, for me, at that time when we was going out and we was partying from Thursday to Sunday, like my favourite MC, my personal favourite, and he's become a personal friend of mine, was GQ. You know, say very little, but when you say it, you said a lot. Do you know what I mean?
And now GQ's gone to his own level as well.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody moves on. So what have we got next for them?
Right, next one, it's an original track. Was by myself and Dfrnt Lvls, and it was one of the biggest tracks from the first.
From the original, from the legend.
Yeah, from the legend. Goes by the name of Junglist Soldier, and then when
I think everyone knows this lyric.
I think a couple of people might know these lyrics, even if he wasn't around when Stevie was.
Definitely.
And then when I. You know what? I have to admit, this is the first track I got sorted out when I knew I was going to do this one.
Okay.
Because Serial Killaz have been absolutely smacking it on the jungle remixes. They've been absolutely smacking it.
Out to Toby.
Yeah, big up Toby, big up Graham. And you know when it's like, it was like doing fantasy football. You know at the start, right? You've got your money.
Yeah, and you're like, right, what players can we get?
Yes, you got it, right? But my lyrics was my money.
Right.
So
like,
I'm like,
this is the value, right? Who's gonna get this one?
This is my dream team.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, right. Do you know what? Junglist Soldier. I'm gonna offer this to
Serial Killaz
and see what they say.
And so what was their reaction when you kind of said?
They were on it. Oh my god, they were.
Was they happy? Yeah,
mate. Listen, and the other thing as well was, I've got to big up absolutely everyone that's contributed to the album. But there's been like, and you'll know what I'm talking about as well. There's been varying kind of times it's taken for people to contribute mixes.
Yes, I know all about that.
I've got again, I always do this, but I've got to apologise to everyone that submitted their mixes ages ago, and the tracks are.
It's
only
just the way the
now.
thing has to take time to kind of be finalised and be finished correctly and be happy with it and not rush it. I mean, that's something we've done as well. You know, we've taken our time with the album, and obviously you and the team over at Dfrnt have done the same thing.
It's got to be done right. But these guys, Serial Killaz, they turned it around really quickly, they're all over it, and I love the track.
Well, let's have a listen to this one.
Okay, this one is again Serial Killaz remix of Junglist Soldier.
If you know it, sing a long time, right?
I think you're going to know this one.
Everybody in the shout box, if you know the lyrics, let me see you type it up.
Here comes a dub play special.
And this is the one as well I mentioned earlier on, where they used a little live sample
from
Stevie in the breakdown.
Oh, wicked, wicked. Looking forward to this.
Sounds wicked. Sounds really good.
As we launch the rocket, nothing to stop it, so watch it. I'm just a Junglist soldier. I dream here comes a dub play special. I'm just a Junglist soldier. I dream to get the jungle. I'm just a Junglist soldier. I dream to get the jungle alive. Here comes a dub play special. Hold on. Oh my gosh, we love it like that each and every time. I say, Junglist, are you ready? Oh Lord, have mercy.
Tell them what them a do, what them a talk about. Junglist forever and they can run we out, yeah. Can run we out, can run we out. Junglist forever and they can run we out, yeah. What them a do,
I'm singing. Are you singing?
Junglist forever and they can run we out, yeah. Can run we out, can run we out. Junglist forever and they can run we out, yeah. Tell them what them a do, what them a talk about.
these tracks are actually available on pre-order as well on iTunes now.
Wicked. Get involved. Get involved.
Yeah, check out the Twitters that we mentioned earlier.
So can they pre-order the vinyl?
No.
It's first come, first serve.
Maybe we'll see.
Oh, still in the working.
I've got my boys working overtime. The elves in the shop.
Is this the sample bit? Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull that one back because I don't want to talk over this.
Yeah. Let's pull that.
Pull this one back as Stevie talking live.
We love it like that each and every time. Absolutely causing a storm. Bang on time inside the MIX. Love it like that. Maximum respect. Danger! Oh my God. Hold on. Sin. Each and every time. Unpredictable. I say, Junglist, are you ready? Oh Lord have mercy. Don't play spectacular. Don't play special. Don't play spectacular. Don't play special. We come to run it red, see? We tell them what them I do, what them I talk about. Don't go live forever and they can run with you. Yeah, can run with you. Can run with you. Don't go live forever and they can run with you. Yeah. What them I do, what them I talk about. Don't go live forever and they can run with you. Yeah, can run with you.
Okay, if you want information on how to pick up the tracks, both on digital download and the physical copies on vinyl, CD, the best advice I can do, as I said, follow the Twitter at Dance Concept and check out the Facebook page as well. Nice and simple, facebook.com/Dance Concepts.
So we got one more for them, Benny. Sounds of the Kool, sounds of the Benny V in the session. Generation Hyper. 31st of March. The album lands. Vinyl, CD, MP3. Out to the taping gang. The reason we're talking over it is so you can go and buy it. Alright? That's why. Can't give you all the music for free. It's a sampler. As we move into the last one from the Benny V, Generation Hyper.
That's what we need in every country. Only for peace, only for love, I miss it, only for unity. That's what we need.
Big up Kool London's very own LionDub.
Only for love, I miss it, only for unity.
Wicked track, this one.
That's what we need in.
Goes by the name of Unity.
Only for peace, only for love, I miss it, only for unity. That's what we need in every country. Only for peace, only for love, I miss it, only for unity. That's what we need in every country. Only for peace, only for love, I miss it, only for unity. That's what we need in every country. Only for peace, only for love, I miss it, only for unity. That's what we need in every country. Only for peace, only for love, I miss it, only for unity. That's what we need in every country. Only for peace, 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 peace,
And there you go, there you have it. Generation Hyper, the preview. And let's touch this down in the background. Once again, Benny V, thank you for taking time out and coming up.
No, Chef, seriously, bro, thank you very much for having us up here, mate.
No, as I said, man, you know, as a long-time listener to the Stevie Hyper himself, the man, fortunate enough to see him live in the flesh doing his thing and entertaining me week in, week out as a young raver. I'll say young raver.
Come on. Tell us your age.
No, man. For those who know, you know. But, you know.
You look young, Chef. I'll give you that.
But as he says in the background, listen. He says we need peace, love and unity, yeah?
That's said what it's all about.
It was the message. It was the message.
That was the message of the era as well.
That was the message.
And the thing is, as we said before, we've mentioned that I was trying to remember. I was trying to sort out a title for the album. Now, the first album, the one from 10 years ago, whenever I was talking to people,
everyone said he was a legend.
Everyone kept saying, "What, the legend?" And then I just
that's
thought,
it. It's stuck.
That's the name. That is the name of the album. Whereas this one,
Generation Hyper.
Generation Hyper is the name of the foundation.
Foundation.
Daryl set up.
Yeah.
That's first. And secondly, for what we're trying to do, as I said, we got tracks from people that were from around in the
at the time
and earlier.
You
know, Nookie and
exactly.
Slipmat and people like that have made
yeah,
tracks that were around from like
exactly.
back in the day.
I mean, we haven't even gone through the whole kind of artist roster, but can you just let's do a little name check between ourselves.
Let's try this out. Okay, so we'll start with Ray Keith because you played him.
Yeah, Ray Keith.
LionDub because we're playing that.
Saxon, which is Savage Rehab.
Yep. Serial Killaz.
We got.
I did another one with
Sly, LionDub,
Slipmat.
Yeah.
Nookie.
It goes on. The list actually goes on.
The track Nicky Blackmarket did with Modified Motion.
There you go, Moddy. Out to Tony.
Triptonite. We mentioned Congo Natty. I didn't even get a chance to play Congo's tune, man. That's it. Check that out on the SoundCloud.
On the SoundCloud, yeah, that's the one.
They're all on there, all the tracks and all the artists. There's not one that's been left off. Cabin Fever UK as well.
Yes, out to it was that Voltage and Malachi. Wicked, out to them.
Their track as well. Jaydan,
Heist. Yeah, look, as we've said, man, we've given you the rundown on 24 tracks that are available on the 31st of March. So you know what to do. It's just simply get on the pre-order. Make sure you get it on the pre-order. And if you're a vinyl enthusiast, you know, you've got to get to your record shop, get down to your record shop, and even put a little money aside and pre-order it through the record shop. That I'm telling you, once it's gone, Benny said it's gone.
That's it, it's done. Once
it's not getting repressed.
It's done. No represses. This is a one-off time. And remember, not only are you buying the tunes that hopefully you'll love, but you're giving something back to Stevie's family
and the
foundation. You're helping the foundation as well.
And Benny, what can I say but thank you very, very, very much for coming in and telling the public what is going on with the Generation Hyper project. Out to Daryl, out to the Austin family. Big love and blessings from all of us at the Kool crew who, spent a lot of time with Stevie, Eastman and everybody else.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons, I'll be honest, why I really want to do this interview on Kool as well, because Stevie was known as a Kool MC for so long.
Totally.
So thank you very much again, and on behalf of everyone at Dance Concepts and of course everyone at the Austin family and everyone at Generation Hyper, thank you very much, and I hope the listeners have enjoyed the tunes.
Yeah. It looked like the shout box. The shout box was going off. Everybody out to Smiley, out to everybody getting engaged. Everyone talking about Stevie and his lyrics.
Do you know what, Chef? I enjoyed our chat as well. I felt the chat could have gone on for longer.
It could have. It's comfortable. It's comfortable.
The stories we talked about, and the little things about Stevie, it could have gone on longer. Maybe another time.
Yes, another time we will definitely. But I'm sure once this album kind of gets spread around, you'll be hearing a lot more of the tracks on the radio, as the DJs go and buy it, what I mean? Because it's still out on very limited release to a lot of, not a lot of DJs, a very minimal amount of DJs have got it at the moment, but the ones that have got it are the important ones.
Yeah, wicked.
I like that. Cheers, Benny. Until the next time.
Yep. See you soon.